One day, I realized that I have a spine. I realized it just because it started giving me problem. Believe me, it took about more than 71 years to realize that I have a spine. Now let me read something more about it from my next letter, which was written by me and for me. To start with, how did the problem begin? About 11 months before, one morning, I experienced difficulty in getting up from bed. I experienced muscle pain, stiffness, and pain at the lower back and also on my legs. Next, the home treatment, the home remedy. As usual, I tried to manage the problem by applying some balms and doing oil massaging at the affected portion for the next 2 3 days. But there was no much relief. Next, when and how it got aggravated. On the fourth or fifth day, it became really bad. Everything was painful. Turning to one side of the body was painful. Lifting up my hand was painful. Raising myself up and sitting on the bed and then stretching my legs and then move ahead was painful. And even sneezing caused me pain. For a moment, then I thought, I won't be able to walk normal henceforth. But fortunately, it did not happen that way. That day evening, I consulted my family doctor. My children had accompanied me. After a detailed physical examination, he said it can be due to some vitamin deficiency. So he prescribed some vitamin supplements, including calcium and vitamin D, and he asked me to see him after 5 days. However, I could not wait for the 5 days to get over, but instead I went to him again on the third day. Then he said, you may try to do a rejuvenation course at a good Ayurvedic treatment center, which will help to improve your blood circulation, which I did simultaneously. Next, the correct diagnosis. This time he got it right. Then he said, still there is no improvement? I said, no. That means it is something to do with your spine. Get an MRI done, and also you are overweight. You get your weight reduced. And again he asked me to come back with the MRI report. Next, I thought it is time for me to act and protect my spine. It has been there with me all throughout my life so far, and now I have to act. Then I was at the MRI center the very next day at the given time. I was carrying the prescription with me. There the MRI was done, and according to the MRI report, there was problem with my L4 and L5. Next day, again I was with my family doctor. After going through the MRI report, he said, you need to consult an ortho specialist. Surgery will be needed. Don't delay it, he cautioned me. Further, he said, go to a good doctor in the city, or there is no one around here who can take care of you. Next, he even suggested somebody from the city side whom we were also knowing about him. Next, the panic and confusion at home. My family got into serious discussion whether to go for the surgery or not. Then my wife said, come what may, but there is no surgery. Spine surgery at this age can be dangerous. It will have its own consequences. It can even make you bedridden for a long time. Why to take risk? She continued. Then I thought she is right. While on the subject, you may have heard about the renowned nephrologist who committed suicide in his farmhouse in Ernakulam district in the recent past. He committed suicide not because he had any relationship problem or any financial difficulties or that he had some enemy in his personal or professional field. Nothing of that sort. According to what I could read and recollect, he committed suicide mainly because he was not able to perform his professional duties well ever since he had undergone a spine surgery some time back. That really worried him and he was very unhappy about it. Next, then I thought, if that kind of a consequence can happen even to a doctor, I said no spine surgery. But we will still consult the city doctor and take his opinion and then we will decide finally. Next, search for a permanent solution. We checked with our friends and other contacts to find out whether anyone in their family had similar problem and what was their experience. Fortunately, we got very positive feedback from one of them who spoke highly about a senior ortho surgeon. Next, the best of the best, just across the road. The best of the best ortho doctor was in fact just across the road at a stone's throw distance from my home. Next, he is an ortho surgeon with many years' experience. However, he disappointed me by telling me that, see, in such cases, surgery is what is usually recommended. Then he said after a minute or so, okay, let me take out an X-ray of your spine and that will give me a better picture of your spine today and then I will decide. Okay. Within the next 45 minutes, he had the X-ray in his hand and after studying it, he said, you are late but not too late. We will try to set it right with some medicines and will try to avoid the surgery. My wife was sitting next to me. We looked at each other and smiled in great relief. Next, more about the consultation. Before the X-ray, he conducted one or two small tests on me and then he pulled out a sheet of paper and on it he drew the picture of spine in human body and explained to me what exactly is the problem with my spine. He was polite and very attentive to what we were speaking. He was in his surgical uniform too. You know the light blue color uniform? Yeah. Then he asked me, what is your age? I said, I am 71. Then he asked me smilingly, now tell me, how long would you like to live further? And I said, as long as I could. So during the conversation, he was also noting down some of my personal information like my food habits, exercise and daily routine. And after that, he had some specific questions on my physical activities. Next, finding out the actual cause. Have you ever had a fall? He asked me. I said no. Have you tried to lift up anything heavy in the recent past? I said yes. I've lifted up a 10 kg dumbbell when I was at the gym about 10 months back, or maybe a year back. And while I was trying to keep it back on the ground, I sprained my back. Then he said, no, 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 no. That has got nothing to do with your present spine problem. Then he said, what else do you do? Do you play any games like tennis, cricket, or something like that? Then after a pause, I said, yes, I play tennis. Then he asked me, oh, you play tennis? Since when? I said, I started playing tennis only very recently. I have not played tennis before that. Then he said, that could be the problem for your L4 and L5 misalignment. Surprising, isn't it? Then he continued, another reason can be that your body weight. You have to try to reduce it by 15 to 20 kgs. He prescribed some medicines and traction therapy both for 10 days, and he asked me to see him after 10 days. Then, the effect of his medicines. Fortunately, his medicines started working on me positively, and I was there at his clinic after 10 days for the second consultation. He recommended millet in place of rice for weight reduction. I changed over to millet since then. After taking his medicines for 10 days, I was feeling much better. Then I visited him again after 10 days. He made some changes in the medicines for the next 10 days, and he continued the same medicines for another 20 days. After about 30 days, I visited him again for the third time. But that time, I already lost about 4.5 kg weight. He wrote another 3 medicines, replacing the earlier ones, and asked me to report back after 10 days. I went on taking the medicines, and I was feeling better and better. I continued with the same medicines for about the next 1 month without even asking him. And then gradually I stopped taking his medicines one after another. You know what really happened? With that, my spine problem got resolved forever, and I am back to normal without any surgery. Before leaving, here is a piece of advice given to me by my local ortho specialist doctor, which I am sharing with you. He said to me, look, you have crossed 70, and with that, you are already a hero in your life. But you don't have to prove it to anyone outside by doing any newly found activities. Before saying bye-bye to you, I must mention here that whatever has been shared by me is not with an intention either to glorify or to find fault with any one particular doctor or any one particular kind of treatment. I just shared one of my personal experiences. That's all. Now, if you are visiting the channel for the first time, there is more to learn. And in my next video, I will be sharing my scary spine x ray. Until then, bye bye. Thank you.